McDonald, your Bonner County Commissioner from District 3. I wanted to cover a hot topic right now with the new tax assessments going out, and that is assessed values of homes compared to the actual tax you pay. We're coming up towards the BOEs, which is the Board of Equalization, and we see kind of some repetitive questions. And so hopefully this video will help clarify what this all means. Claire, the new addition to the Commissioner's Office, is going to ask me some of the top 3 questions that we typically see. So Claire, fire away.
Okay, our first question, why has my assessment gone up?
So assessments are based on market value. The state of Idaho requires all counties to be within 90 to 110% of whatever the current market value for that taxable year. As everyone knows, real estate prices have jumped dramatically, so the assessments have to jump to go along with it. That's what causes the increase. That, and if you do any kind of property improvements, additions, if you put in an ADU, an additional dwelling unit, that'll also affect your tax assessment.
Okay, second question. Does an increase in my assessment mean an increase in the taxes I will owe?
You know, this is a common misconception. It really doesn't. And I want to show you this really crude drawing I put together. There's 2 circles here. This circle is the total taxable value of all taxable property in the county. Total taxable value of everything in the county is $6,885,245,163. Now, your assessment is equivalent approximately to this little skinny line that I put on here. This is what percentage of taxable value of the county that you own. All this does is tell you what percentage you're responsible for as far as taxes compared to everyone else who has taxable property. And as long as all the assessments go up the same, it'll make no difference. Your percentage won't change, unless, again, you do additions or improvements. This is the bubble you need to be worried about. This circle right here is our current budget, which is around $57 million. This number drives the levy rate, which is the percentage that we apply to whatever percentage you own. So your assessment on your property could go up to $1 million, but as long as this number doesn't change or goes down or doesn't increase greater than new taxable revenue coming in, the amount you actually pay won't change. So your assessment can go wildly high based on the market, but what you actually pay may or may not change, or may change by a small percentage one way or the other. The other thing to keep in mind too is that we had over $140 million of new construction revenue coming in. This is revenue from new homes or new improvements being built. Those all come into this pie here and shrink the amount of responsible taxable value that you own. So as we get more new construction, or as market assessment values, or as more new construction or new inventory, your piece will actually shrink. So we even could have an increase here, but if we have additional taxable revenue coming in, your piece will shrink. What's the third question?
Third question is, how do I appeal my assessment?
Okay. So this is the Board of Equalization I talked about earlier. If you feel your assessment is wrong, then you can come into the assessor's office and talk to them about it. And it's very important you come in and talk to the appraiser that assesses your property. If you don't get satisfaction there, then you can come up and see Claire, and she'll get you set up for with the information to file for a Board of Equalization hearing. Now, a BOE hearing, if you're going to file for one, you need to make sure you have some type of tangible proof that your assessment is incorrect. So you need to go to a realtor, get some comparable comparisons to your actual property to be able to make your case. We tend to see people that come in and just say, hey, 5 years ago it was valued at this, and now it's valued at this, and I don't agree with it. That's not a good reason. You need to actually come up with something, because that's what the assessors are going to do, is they're going to come forward with, we compared this property with all these other properties that sold in that taxable year, and they have gone up to this level, so therefore this one is also at that level. So again, if you want to file for a BOE, make sure you get your information together before doing so, or before at least coming forward, so that we can make sure we have all the facts on the table at that time. Hopefully that helps. If you have any other questions, feel free to give us a call at the Commissioner's office. You know the number of our office?
It's 208-265-1438.
There you go.
Thank you.
Look forward to hearing from you.